Bună seara, suntem în Parlamentul European, unde are loc un eveniment într-o sprijinire a refugiaților din Ucraina. O avem alături de noi pe Irena. Irena este mama fotografului care a făcut celebrele fotografii din Azovstal, fotografii care au făcut în conjurul lumii, fotografii care arată soldați emaciați, soldați răniți, soldați chinuiți, soldați pe fețele cărora se vede că sunt morți de foame, se vede că sunt murdari, că sunt chinuiți, dar sunt înfricați. Soldați care au apărat Azovstalul până aproape la ultima picătură de sânge. Dar cel mai bine vom vorbi cu Irena pentru a ne spune ce a simțit când fiul ei era la Azovstal și ce speră să obțină aici, de la Parlamentul European. Hi, thank you for your help. If you can ask her what did she feel when her son was in Azovstal? It was a living hell there.
Син 24 лютого, як і тисячі наших українських хлопців і дівчат стали на захист своєї держави, землі і родин. І на той час він був в Маріуполі і захищав Маріупольський форпост. І з 1 березня вони перейшли на Азовсталь.
So on the 24th of February, my son, as actually hundreds and thousands of Ukrainians, he stood up to protect our country, to protect his motherland. He was in Mariupol at that time, so he decided to fight for Ukraine. And on the 1st of March, he was already at the Azov plant.
Коли мій син був на Азовсталі, мені, як кожній мамі, кожній родині було дуже тяжко. Але ми розуміли, що це війна. І ми маємо втримувати ворога. Ми маємо відбити ворога, російського агресора.
When my son was at Azov plant, me as any other Ukrainian woman and mother, it was very difficult for me. But we understood that it is a war and we have to stood, we have to protect our country and we have to fight back the aggressor.
Кожного дня по телевізору були жахливі новини. Ми чули, що творилось на Азовсталі. Я як мама що могла робити? Вірити, молитися і підтримувати свого сина.
We heard terrible news every day. We saw terrible pictures every day from Azovstal and from other parts of the front. But what could I do as a mother? It's actually to pray for my son, to support him with my thoughts, with my prayers, and that was what I was doing actually.
How old is her son and how did he manage to get out of Azovstal?
Дмитро з позивним Орест, він Дмитро, він Орест. Йому 26 років було на той час.
Dmitro and his nickname is Orest, so he was 26 at that time.
Він зі своїми побратимами стояв до кінця. Потім, коли вже було нестерпно, пекельно, не було ні їжі, ні води, ні ліків, вони не здавалися. Він вирішив зробити ці світлини поранених бійців і те, що робилось на Азовсталі, для історії, щоб людство знало, в яких жахливих умовах вони стримували ворога.
My son and his comrades, they were fighting till the very end. They did not surrender when they already didn't have actually almost any food, any water, any medicine, like almost nothing. He decided to take these pictures to show the truth and to spread the word about the hell, the terrible conditions which were at the time at Azov plant.
Ми рідні, близькі, теж не могли осторонь стояти. Ми просто збиралися, ми просто поширювали ці фотографії. Ми зверталися до Ердогана, ми зверталися до Цзіньцзіпіня, ми зверталися до всіх світових лідерів з допомогою, просили допомогу, щоб звільнити їх, щоб зробити екстракцію, щоб допомогти звільнити їх з Азовсталі. Ми з цими фотографіями, ці фотографії облетіли весь світ. Ми не давали на хвилину забути про наших рідних, які знаходились в оточенні на Азовсталі.
So we, as their relatives, their families, as mothers and sisters, we were doing what we could to help them. So we took those photos, we posted them online, we spread the word, we asked our friends, leaders of different countries, we appealed to everyone in the world to help us, to show the truth, to release our sons, our fathers, our families, and that was our mission, to support them and to make the world to hear their stories and to help them to make an extraction, like to free them from Azovstal.
У російського агресора було в десятки разів більше воїнів. У них десятки разів була потужніша зброя. Вони використовували різні бомби, різні снаряди. Їх бомбили кожного дня, кожної хвилини, з неба, з землі і з моря, з води.
The Russian aggressor had 10 times more manpower, more powerful weapons, and our guys, they were bombed and shelled from the sea, from air, from the ground, so they were withstanding terrible shellings every day actually of much bigger force than they had.
87 днів вони тримали форпост України і всієї Європи. Вони виконали наказ про стримання ворога. Їм був наданий наказ президентом України зберегти життя тих воїнів, захисників і захисниць, які залишились живі, бо було дуже багато загиблих, дуже багато поранених.
So actually for 87 days they withheld this front in Azovstal, the front in Ukraine, the European front actually, and it was very difficult. There were many people wounded, killed, and the situation was terrible. So they had to follow the instruction from the president, who asked them to save the life of those who still were alive at Azov plant, and that's why they had to follow this instruction from the president to save themselves.
Їх взяли в полон.
And after that they were held captive.
After they were held captive, what happened?
Ми, рідні, не забували за них ні на хвилиночку. Ми показували світу фотографії, ми кричали, ми просили про допомогу. 29 липня стався в Оленівці, в колонії, в якій вони були, теракт. Загинуло дуже багато наших хлопців, які були в полоні.
So we, as the families, as relatives, we didn't forget them for any second. We did our best to help them, and when there was a terrible terror attack in Olenivka, when a lot of our soldiers were killed, so that was a real terrorist act which showed to the whole world the essence of the Russian aggressor.
Їх там катували, морили голодом. Було психологічне і фізичне катування.
So while in the captivity they were tortured, they were deprived of food, and there was psychological torture, physical torture, so that was really unbearable things which they went through.
21 вересня стався обмін, і мого сина обміняли. Орест повернувся на Україну.
And on the 21st of September, a prisoner swap was made, and my son Orest was released during this prisoner swap, and he returned to Ukraine.
Весь світ бачив ті фотографії, які він повернувся. Худі, психологічно і фізично виснажені. Там просто на них було страшно дивитися.
And the whole world saw the photos of Orest, how he looked like when he was released. He was very slim, very thin. He was exhausted physically and mentally, and it was difficult to look at him, how he looked like.
До них в полон не допускали ні Червоний Хрест, ні представників ООН, які взяли відповідальність за їхню безпеку.
No one was given an opportunity to see them while they were in the captivity, neither the Red Cross nor the UN, so any representative of the organizations who were as the guarantors of their security during their prisoners' war.
You said your son was tortured. Did he tell you how did he manage to keep his mind to not get crazy, to not go insane? What gave him hope to resist there?
Ви знаєте, ми нація дуже сильних. Просто ми не можемо зараз багато про чого говорити, тому що нас ще багато в полоні.
You know, actually, we are a nation of very strong people. I cannot talk about many things yet because there are still a lot of people in the captivity.
Його, напевно, позитив, які в ньому і досі присутні, які він жахіття, я уявляю, як мама пройшов, але він залишився. Я розумію, що там рубці на серці дуже великі, рубці в душі, і біль, і втрати друзів і побратимів. Але от його позитив, його це таке світло, воно залишилось з ним.
I think how he managed to go through it, it's his positivity and his like internal light which he has, because I can imagine as a mother which horrors he saw, how he left his friends, his comrades, and I understand that he has a lot of scars on his heart, but still, despite all these terrible things, he has still this internal light and this positivity in himself. He managed to keep that.
Це було дуже тяжко. Я, бувало, на секунду опускала руки, потім я брала себе в руки. Як? Ні. Якщо не ми, так хто? І ми разом з жінками, з мамами, ми вірили. Я молилась завжди, я просила Бога. Я вірила, я молилася, я чекала. І я зараз теж передаю тим жінкам, мамам, які чекають своїх рідних з полону, не здаватися, не здаватися, не можна здаватися. Бо як ми здамося, нам краще не буде. Не можна здаватись, потрібно триматися, вірити, боротись і перемагати.
It was very difficult for me, and you know, sometimes I had a seconds of desperation, but then I immediately pulled myself together and I told myself that no, I cannot surrender, I have to be strong, and we, the mothers of the guys from Azov plant and of other soldiers, we were uniting, we were gathering, we were supporting each other. I was praying a lot, I asked the God for help, I had big hope, and that was my hope that my son will return. And now what I'm doing is that I try to support those mothers whose sons are still in the captivity, and I tell them that we cannot surrender, you cannot surrender, we have to stay strong, because if we surrender, it won't be better and it will not help. So we have to keep ourselves strong and to keep fighting and keep praying for the return of our sons, friends and families.
І ми маємо далі триматися, ми маємо далі боротися. Ми просимо всіх дружніх наших країн, Європи, всього світу підтримки. Ми просимо підтримки в зброї, ми підтримки просимо в санкціях, ми підтримки просимо, щоб ми не залишалися одні. Нас дуже багато ще полонених. Нам треба звільнити наші українські землі і перемогти російського агресора. Разом ми сила.
So we have to stay strong, and we ask our partners to help us in this. We ask for support, we ask for weapons, we ask for sanctions, we ask for more help to release those who are still in the captivity, and we have to be united, we have to be together to win, to prevail over Russia, and to return peace to our country.
Thank you very much.
Дякуємо.
Дякую вам.
Thank you.